What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Littleroot Laddering. We're continuing on today playing Rowan's invitational winning Sun team here. So if you haven't checked out the previous episodes, make sure you go and do so. But let's just jump right into the ladder today and see if we can rattle off a few more wins. We're like 2 or 3 wins away from Ultra Ball. Just depends. We did go 3-0 last episode, so we might be able to just sneak in off of 2. Let's see what we can do here for matchup number 1 for the day. So we have Cali Ice with Mimikyu. Let's see. Cali Ice, he says to lead Zacian plus Grim with Torkoal Zard in the back. Go for screens and sub. Alternatively, can go for Zard plus Grim. And kill their setter if it's not Mimikyu. Well, it is, so unfortunately we're going to go Grim and Zacian with Zard and Torkoal in the back. Cool. Let's rock and roll. Rowan's notes haven't failed me yet, so I'm gonna continue to trust him and say that he knows what he's talking about with this team. So let's see what we can do. Alright, opponent. I'm assuming you're leading Cali Ice plus Mimikyu. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Mimikyu plus Ensign. Interesting. So I think the play I like is I still want to sub. And I think I want to Thunderwave the Mimikyu. Like, if we can prevent Trick Room from going up from them getting full parried, that seems really good for us. So yeah, we'll click sub. Let's do it. And then next turn we can go, like, Spirit Break plus Behemoth Blade to pick up the Mimikyu. Where is this fake out going? It's going into Grim. I'm pretty okay with that. Because now my Zacian's behind a substitute with Trick Room up. So like I said, I think I'm going to go for Spirit Break plus Behemoth Blade this turn. Just try to pick up the Mimikyu. That'll break Disguise. Or their special attack, which obviously isn't going to matter. Question is what do they do? They're going to Flare Blitz, presumably my Zacian, which is going to break my sub. If they go for Willow, it would be really bad. No, they're going to taunt my Grimmsnarl. Okay. I mean, I'm alright with this, too. Cool. So now, they can bring out Cali Ice. And I can swap out Grimmsnarl and Protect. Go into Torkoal. And Protect here. I know Rowan says to set up screens, but I think this is going to work out for us. Just based on how they've played so far. No Dynamax coming out from them. I'm assuming this is just going to be a Glacial Lance then. Okay. Torkoal should take this. Can't imagine we don't. Not even close. They're going to Flare Blitz into Zacian as well. Okay. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to Dynamax and Max Flare. I feel like that's exceptionally greedy. Could have Feeny as their last. I think Feeny makes the most sense. Does it? Could just yawn their Cali, which I actually think is the play. And then I'm going to swap out into Grim. I would rather preserve my... Okay, that's fine too. That is completely fine. And this should be a Flare Blitz into my Grimmsnarl, I would say. If Grim survives, we can set up a Reflect. We don't. But now... take a bunch of Recoil. One turn of Trick Room left. I can bring in Zard and Max Guard this turn. I also could bring in Zard and go Burning Jealousy plus Max Quake into Ensign. It's the last turn of Trick Room. Correct. I think I want to yawn the Cali. And I want to Max Guard this turn. Okay, they're going to withdraw. They're going to go into... I believe that's Feeny? Okay. Sure. This is all fine. This means I'm safe to Quake next turn. I'm going to take solar power damage this turn, but that's completely fine. Gotta remember they still have their Dynamax to play with, so they could Max Feeny this next turn. So I think the play I'm going to make is I'm going to swap out my Torkoal. I'm going to Snarl. Okay. That's fine. It's normal my Torkoal. That's completely fine as well. And now I can swap out Torkoal into Zacian. And I can Max Quake into the Ensign slot. Which will give me special defense boost against their Feeny. And knock out the Ensign. So then I'm safe to go for a Wildfire next turn. And if I pick up the Ensign this turn, that means I don't have to worry about getting my attack dropped. I'm assuming this is Feeny maxing. That would make the most sense. And it is. Okay. We should be able to take a Max Geyser in the sun while being at +1 from Feeny. Obviously, they can't fall asleep because of terrain, so, like, maxing there is safe. Solar power is busted. So being at +1 on both of these means we should be able to take a Max Geyser from either. And if they are changing the weather, that means that... Oh, Zard, you don't even take anything from that. Like, sure, they can change the weather, but... Now I can go for a Behemoth Blade into the Feeny. And Quake into the... Quake into the Calyrex here. Just get another special defense boost. I could also set up Wildfire. But I think I want to be able to... I could wildfire into the Feeny. I don't want to trigger a policy on the Calyrex. I also kind of want to be able to attack into it just to prevent them from setting up another Trick Room. But if they do, I have Torkoal. So yeah, I think quaking into the into the Calyrex is just fine. Yeah, they are going to protect. That's fine. How much does this do? It's a neutral hit. I am at +1. Approximately 1,000,000,000%. And now I'm going to +2 special defenses. Like, sure, that doesn't really do anything to Calyrex, but I can just Behemoth Blade it as well. I guess I could have targeted down the Feeny that turn. Okay, Charizard down, but now I get to take away the weather from them again. And they are lefties. Okay. They could max guard this turn. Is that something I'm worried about? They can't target down both of my Mons this turn. So I think I'm safe to just Behemoth Blade into the Silvally. Good lord, into the Calyrex. The foreign name here is really getting to me. And then I will just protect Torkoal. Yeah, this seems fine. I shouldn't be able to take out my Zacian this turn. Damage is going to be halved because of Sun, and I'm at +2 special defense. Okay. Yeah, good job, Torkoal. Alrighty, alright. So now we can just click Behemoth Blade and how many more turns of Train are there? Last turn of Train. So I can yawn this turn. Cool. Alright, game is over. +1. +1 on the day. I think quaking the Feeny would have been the... I think quaking the Feeny to pick up the KO there would have been better. We could have also gone for a Wildfire into it to then set the Flames to deal extra damage. I think that's also a line we could have taken. They did, in fact, have Will-O-Wisp, but they were more worried about taunting my my Grimmsnarl. Weakness policy, they did have it. I'm really glad I did not go for a Wildfire. I guess it didn't really matter. I think we had that game won regardless, but good to note. Life Orb, Moltres. Cool. Let's get paired up here for game number 2. Alright, opponent, what do we got on the day? I'm gonna need to look at some notes, see if we have Sun Cole on here. We have Cole Venu, or Cole Yveltal, Cole Dragapult, Sun, okay. Venu Grim versus Zard Grim. I think Venu is probably the better play. I do want Zard, just because it can do quite a bit to their Venu. And I think I want Zacian. Yeah, I'll just follow the plan here for Cole. He says Lando Grim, but that's with Zacian Dragapult, which they don't have. So I think this plan's fine. You know, obviously, not every matchup is going to be the exact same mons. So having a generic plan here and just kind of adapting for what we got going on makes sense. So let's see. Groudon plus Venu. Okay. Wonder what I should do. I do just want to Weather Ball their Venu. I'm going to T-Wave their Venu. It's going to be bad if they have, like, Heat. No, they can't Heat Crash me, so I guess I'm worried about exactly Fire Punch on Groudon, but I think this is still fine. So even if they are a faster Venu than me, it's not really going to matter because I'm going to T-Wave them. I wonder if they just click Protect here. Really curious what their play is. Yeah, no Protect. No Max from them. So that should just be a KO then. They're not Sash. Cool. And Precipice Blades avoids into my Grimmsnarl. So now we can set up Reflect. And our Venu is the fastest thing on the field. Yeah, I feel like we're in a very good position now. If they have Coal, I set up Light Screen. No, because they can't trigger Coal. So I think we're just safe to just Vine Lash into the Groudon this next turn and set up a Reflect. And they do in fact have Colossal. I wonder how much Vine Lash does into it. Honestly, I'm not really worried. I can set... I'm going to set Light Screen this turn, actually, because then next turn I can... If I knock out the Groudon, next turn I can just go for Thunder Wave into their Colossal, and I'll outspeed it. I wonder if they just Max Guard here. That's what this feels like to me. Nope, no Max Guard. And I'm faster than Weavile in the back, so... Bulky Groudon. But we set up Vines. Lava Plume! So they're going to trigger Steam Engine, but we're going to trigger Policy. And they get the burn, which is obviously annoying, but... I was not ready for Lava Plume Colossal today. Lava Plume Groudon. But it's okay, we have Light Screen up, so like we're just, you know, infinitely ahead right now. And we take burn. But now I can... They don't have their policy triggered. And I have mine triggered, so I can... do this. Do this. T-Wave Vine Lash them. Now you're slow. And even if they survive this, there's a chance they get parried. Yeah, sure. Yeah, set up Vocal Lift, that's fine. Grim takes that. Man, Precipice Blades is a hell of an attack, guys. Groudon shouldn't go down here. Real close, but not quite. And Venu holds on, too. Heck yeah. So we can bring out Zacian now. And we can sub this turn. Could protect. Protect plus attack Cole. Nope, that's not what I want. I want Leaf Storm into Cole, and I want to click Protect. Because Groudon's going to go down to Vine Lash this turn. I'm going to lose my Venu regardless. Okay, they do go for a max guard. This turn's just fine. Their last turn of Dynamax is over. Their Colossal is now slow. And I'm going to lose my Venusaur. So, like, I take rocks damage, but that's fine. Oh no, you crit my Venu, who's at 3 HP. And now they lose their Groudon. And I have Charizard. So yeah, not a textbook example of how to play this, but honestly, I think this went pretty okay for us. Zacian is obviously faster than Weavile, so I don't have to worry about them like surfing to trigger policy or anything. I can just Behemoth Blade into it. It's probably going to be Sash. I could just Scorching Sands into the Weavile and Behemoth Blade into it. I think I lose if I click Blast Burn, so I think Scorching Sands plus Behemoth Blade. They can only fake out one of my Mons. I think this is fine. Yeah, they do fake out my Zacian. Zard is faster than Cole, good to note. Not gonna quite put that into Vine Lash, but they are going to... Alright, cool. We get the para on Cole this turn, which is actually huge for us. Sun is now over, so we don't take solar power damage. But we do get to deal some more Vine Lash damage into Weavile and into Cole. Sweet. And then they take their burn damage. And there is one turn of Vine Lash left? No. Okay. So we Scorching Sands into Cole. And we Behemoth Blade into Weavile, and that'll be GG. If they protect Weavile this turn, then next turn we can just double protect. And they will go down to burn. And it doesn't really matter what Colossal does because both of our Mons are faster than it now. I wonder what their Venusaur was going for on turn 1. They're faster than my Zacian. Didn't I take rocks damage before them, though? Because Zacian took damage, Weavile took damage, Charizard took damage, and then Cole. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, we took the Icicle Crash and was able to pick up the game, but bizarre. I definitely thought that Zacian was the first one to take damage, so therefore we would have been the fastest. But hey, that should be enough to pull us into Master Ball. Show me Master Ball. I do actually want to look at their team. They were Sash. Yep, nothing really surprising there. Life Orb Landorus. Lefty's Gastro. Black Sludge. Interesting. I wonder if they're just going to fire a naked Weather Ball into my Venu. Interesting. Assault Vest Groudon. Explains why they were able to take the Vine Lash so well. Iron Head, Rock Slide is other moves. Cool. I like it a lot. They are Weakness Policy Cole. 50, so they get to 300. They have Burn Up as their fire attack. That's awesome. Burn Up, but then Rock Slide, Iron Head. That's interesting. Very interesting. That should be Master Ball, though. No! Just give it to me! Oh, alright. Game number 3 coming right up, guys. What do we got, opponent? Zacian Rain Trick Room. I wanna have Cole in the back for sure. I think Zard is really good up front. Honestly, Venu might be better. I think Zard is fine though. Zacian might actually be the play. I think... No, I don't want Torkoal up front. I want Grimmsnarl up front with Zacian, I think. And then Torkoal in the back with... I'm leaning towards Zard. But I think Venu is good. I know it's not Landorus. I know I don't want Landorus when I'm staring down double water types and an ice type. So I'm leaning towards, like, my thought process is like Venu hits Kingdra neutrally. Nothing on their team is able to not take residual off of Vine Lash. But the same can be said for Zard. And Zard will be faster than Kingdra if I have Sun up. And if they try to do Trick Room things, I have Torkoal anyway. I think I like Zard more. If they lead Rain mode, I can Behemoth Blade plus switch into Torkoal. If they lead Trick Room mode, I can Behemoth Blade and Thunder Wave their Dusclops. Kingdra Zacian on their side. This is interesting. This is really interesting. It's like, I could Thunder Wave their Zacian and... So like, I can Thunder Wave their Zacian and then go for Behemoth Blade into it. Or I can Thunder Wave their Kingdra and Behemoth Blade it, anticipating Pelipper switching in. I could set either screen, but I think because they're threatening me on both fronts, I don't like that option. So I think I like Thunder Wave Kingdra and Behemoth Blade it. They are going to withdraw the Zacian. In comes the Pelipper. Okay, cool. Cool. So then next turn we can set light screen. And if we want, we can pull Zacian out and bring in Torkoal. Okay, we connect the Thunder Wave. That's obviously very good. Man, I really wish we had Play Rough. This will still do a chunk, though. Holy cow! Zacian, you need to calm... Okay, we crit. Okay. Heck yeah! So now I can set light screen. And I think they might protect Kingdra this turn. I'm going to click sub. And that, my friends, is why you play Thunder Wave on your Grim Snarls. Man, that RNG could not have been any better for us on that game. Like, the fact that we, one, hit the Thunder Wave because there is a chance you miss. We crit the Behemoth Blade, and we got the full para. Just absolutely insane luck on turn one. I want to play one more. That one will pull us into Master Ball, so let's see what we can do now. Alright, opponent has Kali S plus Wheezing. So according to Mocha's note, if they have... Where is his Gigas mode? He wants Zard plus Torkoal up front. With Zacian and X. He's leaving options up to me. I don't like Landers just because they do have Thundy. I think Grimmsnarl could be fine because then we can set Light Screen in front of Kali S. I think plan is to Yawn, Gigas, Wildfire, Wheezing, and then double Protect. And then from there we can Airstream the Wheezing and figure it out from there. So I think I like Grim in this last slot. Just being able to set screens in front of Kali S seems really good for us. And then obviously if we Airstream, we can become faster. Yeah, +1 we are faster than Kali S, minus Scarf. So, seems fine. He is going to be Wheezing Gigas. Neutralizing gas is up, so no solar power, no... what's it called? No solar power, no drought. There we go, that's the one. Should protect Wheezing here, I would think. We are speed tied with Gigas. I believe they are base 100 as well. That's just one I just never can remember off the top of my head. Is Zard plus Zard versus Gigas. Zard is base 100. I believe Gigas is as well. Yes. Okay. So if they're not max speed, we will move first. If they are, it's a speed tie. Obviously, we would prefer to move first. Setting Wildfire is going to be very good for us this game. They do protect their Wheezing. So setting up Wildfire just to get this residual is good for us. They do have Max Strike. It is going to be into Zard. But we take it. Alright. So we're going to get our Yawn off. And we're going to set residual. Good, good. So they take wildfire. Now we just want to double protect this turn. I could honestly see going for a burning jealousy this turn and guarding the Zard. Could also yawn the wheezing. I kind of like that. I like yawn into wheezing. I could also see a taunt coming out. I think I'm just going to double protect. I think this is the safest play. And the next turn we can either just double attack or figure it out. We'll see. We'll see what they got going on. Okay, they're going to Quake into my Torkoal. Really glad we did go for the protect line. Obviously, we could have attacked with Zard in that instance, but I think this just works out better for us. So now we can airstream the wheezing. They should protect wheezing this next turn, I would think, though. Okay, Sludge Bomb into my Zard. We also Quake the wheezing. But I think I would rather get the speed boost. But, like, I mean, Torkoal's going to be slow regardless. So I think I'm going to click Burning Jealousy. And I am going to Quake the wheezing this turn. They could be Shuka. But I think getting the special defense boost into the, onto the Torkoal is going to be very good for us. Okay, no protect. No Shuka either. They are at +1, but this is a super effective hit. Okay. So now neutralizing gas is off. Sun goes up. So we are going to take solar power damage. But this is going to be a sun boosted burning jealousy now, so that's good. And honestly, Zard might go down to solar power this turn. We don't. So this actually gives them a free switch into Kali S, but that's actually fine because I can double protect this turn. Let Zard go down, get a free switch into Grimmsnarl, set Light Screen plus Yawn, and then Spirit Break plus protect. So we are going to protect this turn. I want to double protect this turn because I don't want the Calyrex to get a free +1 from attacking. So even though I'm going to lose my Charizard this turn, the fact that they're not going to be able to attack me is the important part. Obviously, I'm going to have to deal with this Gigas at some point, but right now is not that time. Astral Barrage, that's fine. Gigas is still asleep. Charizard goes down. This is all still fine. Break a potential Sash. Gigas also takes some chip. And I need to be able to deal with the... I could... I think setting Light Screen is the correct play here. And Yawn the Calyrex. And then, depending on what they do, if Torkoal goes down this turn, I can bring in Zacian and... Okay, sweet. We're going to get this Yawn off, which is obviously very good. They crit my Grimmsnarl, so we can actually take another one. So now I want to protect, and I want to set up light. I want to set up reflect because Gigas is guaranteed to wake up this turn. So I would like to not lose my Grimmsnarl if I can. It's just insurance policy. And they are just going to let me have their Calyrex. Very surprising here. We should live this. Okay. They wake up and they're going to go high horsepower into my Torkoal. Okay. So obviously this turn went very well for us. Now I can body press the Gigas and Thunder Wave it. This will make it slower than my Torkoal. I think. Awesome! Sweet! Man, Torkoal really pulled its weight there. Just being able to fire off yawns was really good for us. That was a very good game to end off with on this team. They did have the taunt. They're minus speed on their Rillaboom. Interesting. Just be able to set their terrain, I guess. Focus Sash. Not really surprised by anything going on so far. Their Spell Tag. I think I like Focus Sash more on Calyrex on these kind of teams. They also have Substitute. Really cool. And of course, Giga Impact is their choice of normal type attacks. But this team, guys, this team has been so fun. I highly cannot stress this enough. Go pick it up and just play some Hot Dog. It's by far one of the best teams I have played probably ever, to be 100% honest with you. And that really does speak just for how well this team is constructed and how well it plays. If you are looking for a team just to grind to Master Ball with, I don't think there's a team that is better suited for that. Obviously, I mean, we literally did it this week. We started in Great Ball and pulled into Master Ball, rattling off, 9 wins in a row? So this team is insane. I cannot highly recommend it enough. So check out Rowan's team report. It's up on his YouTube channel. I believe Carl's going to have that link down in the show notes. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week with some more Littleroot laddering. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.